Okay, hello everyone, as my screen just goes black. Welcome to another Halo Reach episode. I'm going to take my headset off because I can hear myself and that's very, very distracting. Now you might be wondering, why is the video titled the way it is? And more importantly, why in the holy mother of hell is there a second controller? Well, the whole reason for doing this today is that we're not actually going to be going into the matchmaking, but we're going to be doing the offline firefight. Now, if I would want to just sign in temporarily as a guest account, then we shall get going. Now, this other controller that I've got, that's just going to be sitting to one side. I'm not going to be doing anything with that. But as we can see, we've got this game mode called 1-0-0-0-0-0-0-0-0. We're going to be playing on Courtyard on Heroic, and one imperative thing to note is that you have to set it to either 5 sets or 10 sets or no limit, because if you set it to 4 sets you don't get the weekly challenge. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going for the weekly challenge, which is to complete 4 sets on any map, Firefight cooperatively on Heroic or harder, 30,000 credits, and I'm right at the very end of the general grade 4 ranking. So doing this should, in the theoretical astrophysics theory, give me the weekly challenge, and therefore I can get into a field marshal, and from then on you'll see me playing as a field marshal, which is pretty good.
Firefight.
So I'm going to be playing as the operator. If I'm going to use a different video editor, then I might have to sort of crop the screen down a little bit. So unfortunately, if I don't crop this down, then you're going to have one screen where nothing's happening the entire time. So I guess this is just going to be like a rant time video where I just play the game for like 40 minutes and get this done and dusted. So the one good thing about this game mode that I'm playing right now is that it's basically all of these golden elites. Now they are difficult to kill, however, you know, you do have like increased damage, and you know, you can just like murder the hell out of them. So that's like the positive about it, is that all you have to do is just go around and blast all the elites with rocket launchers, and they die relatively easily. So that's good. And it's not really about getting the points, but as you might see, there's a possibility that you have a very, very, very high number of credits for doing this. As I just received some clothes. Stay away from the other guy, please. Okay. So this is just going to be a nice chill, relaxed video for me. I don't know if anyone watching this really is going to care about, you know, seeing one guy with a rocket launcher moving at speed of sound, just like blasting the hell out of elites. But it is what it is. That's the price you have to pay sometimes. And I might edit this down, you never know. I might just like trim to the best moments and have like a highlight video of getting this challenge, and subject matters that I feel like ones that I really want to include. But who knows, we've been going for about 4 minutes already, so, and we're nearly at the end of the first round, is it? So the structure is you get 3 rounds in a set, and we need to do that 4 times. So essentially that means we've got 12 rounds. 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 rounds to do, multiplied by 5 waves per round, gives you 60, and then you get a bonus round at the end of each, a bonus wave after each round. So that is like an additional 4, I'm thinking. Additional 4 we need to do. So in total that's, I think, 64 rounds in total. No, 64 waves, sorry, in total that you need to play. And considering that we've already done 5 in less than 5 minutes is okay. If you just run around with a rocket launcher and just blast the hell out of all the elites as they spawn, that's kind of okay, I guess. So unfortunately this would be better if there was a cooperative partner That way you can get sort of both sides of this map covered, and you can just like murder everyone pretty easily. So one thing that I never really understood fully is why there's the opportunity to play as the elites in the firefights. You know, like you can play as an elite in offline firefight. So was that supposed to be something that you could have done in online firefights at some point? Because as far as I know, you was never able to play as the enemies in firefight. You've always played as the Spartans, and you just have to fight the elites. And how bad would it be if you're playing as an elite in a game mode like this, where the Spartans are just completely invincible, like you cannot kill them whatsoever. You know, they're immune to headshots, immune to assassinations, they just don't take any damage whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It's insanity. So yeah, the whole reason why you want to play this game mode is obviously, if you can see the points, you'll get 1,000,000 points relatively easily, to be honest, because each kill, and you want to play on legendary probably, because yes, the enemies are going to be the toughest on legendary, but they won't be able to kill you, and you just get more points for killing them. And if you get the multi-kills, especially the multi-kills, that is going to be the biggest reward, if you will, because that just is going to accumulate points. And hopefully you'll see in one of the bonus waves that you do see that, you know, if you get a fuck ton of enemy kills, that exponentially increases your count of points. So that's another round done and dusted. We've got the mate here. I keep pressing RB, it's because I've been playing Destiny 2 and RB is the reload button, but one thing that I didn't note about this game mode is that you don't actually need to reload ever, because bottomless clip is enabled, and that means you can just keep firing, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So you can have like an orbital drop shot of rockets. Okay, that wasn't really an orbital drop shot of rockets, but you get the idea. So
reinforcement.
At the time of this recording, I have Investigations episode 2 like recorded and ready to upload to YouTube. So I think I can spoil the context of this second episode of Investigations. I think at the end of the first episode I said I would do the Faces of Half-Life, which I still might do in the future. Essentially, in the Half-Life games, there's an Easter egg of this guy's face, and I'll try and, you know, it's supposed to be like funny, but I'll try and spin it to be more like a horror style thing. So that's my idea with that. And the second episode in actuality is a lost area in Destiny 1. Specifically in Rise of Iron, there's like this there's this fallen, there's an enemy type called Fallen. They have this ship, and you know, it's locked away from the rest of the game, so you can't actually access it, but you actually can access it. So the whole idea is I'll just take a look at this area and see what is actually in it, the sort of, you know, the analysis about it. Turns out it's just pretty much one area which is already in the game, already in Destiny 1, but was basically just like mirrored and flipped. So that if you want spoilers for the next episode of Investigations, if you watch this far, then that's essentially what the episode's going to be. It's going to be an area in Destiny 1, and I might try, if I can, do a lost area in Destiny 2, maybe as episode 3, because I know there is an area in Destiny 2 that is sort of has been removed from the game. It's like if they say it's there, but there's no way to actually see it. So look at this, look at all these golden elites here. So if you were clever and strategic, what you might actually want to do is camp in this room and just like shoot rockets in the doorway, so then all the elites come running in, and then you just get them, like, you just blast them to smithereens, and get like easy killionaires and all that. So if you're hearing that squeaky sound, that's actually my RT button, because I was getting frustrated with fucking Crazy Taxi of all games. I actually ended up trying to throw my controller in a fit of rage, and I think I actually ended up damaging my RT button, which is one reason why you should never smash your peripherals when you are playing games, because you end up messing up your controllers, and that's not a good thing. So I fucked up my own PS4 controller that came with my PS4 when I got it. I messed that up because of Jack X, I think it was. No, Jack X was my brother's PS4 controller that he gave to me after I messed up my PS4 controller, thanks to the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy of all games. Doing those stupid relic challenges is a pain in the backside, let me tell you. And then my PS4 controller was slightly damaged because of Jack X and trying to do one race, which is a piece of shit. Seriously. And now my Xbox One controller, which is actually my brother's Xbox One controller, believe it or not. He actually got the sort of Halo 5 Guardians themed Xbox One controller, even though he absolutely hates Halo 5 Guardians and anyone who plays it. Damn. So yeah, look at that, 500,000 points, and we've only done the first set. That is what I'm talking about, where you can rack up points relatively quickly. So anyway, that's sort of what I was talking about, wasn't it? The oh god, what was it now? Breaking controllers and all that. Yes.
Set, start.
So I broke my controller on my PS4 due to the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. That was unfair though. That game pissed me off. It was the relic challenges. It wasn't the actual game, because the actual game I was pretty good with. You know, I know how to beat those games. It's all pretty good. However, it was the relic challenges, the time trials, if you will, that pissed me off massively, to the point where it was just like, nah man, I cannot stand doing this anymore. And it actually powered off my controller one time doing, like, I smashed my controller off like the floor, the wall or something, and it ended up like not powering on again, you know. And I was like, well, you know what you do here? Just throw your controller up against the wall again. yeah, why not? And it actually ended up powering on, which is pretty funny if you think about it. So throwing your controller against the wall broke your controller, but then throwing it up against the same wall fixed it. That's such a glorious thing about technology, isn't it? Anyway, that's the end of this argument now, talking about me smashing my controllers like a little immature child, just because I think I'm hot shit at Crash Bandicoot, which I can 100% those games, believe it or not, on the PS1, because I just know so much about them and like them so much. And believe it or not, my brother is the Spyro guy. In my opinion, if you were, you know, in the PlayStation 1 era, it was either Crash Bandicoot or Spyro that you played. In my case, it was Crash Bandicoot. My brother's case was Spyro. And believe it or not, although I keep saying that, but Spyro is actually having a remastered collection coming out in September. So you bet your bottom dollar that, you know, I will at least attempt to try and live stream that game, and I might also try and live stream the Spyro trilogy on PS1 before that game comes out.
Weapon drop. But
unfortunately, I'm not so good with Spyro as Crash, so I might just go for regular playthroughs rather than 100% runs. So, and again, my brother might have some involvement with those playthroughs. So if my brother wants to help out, he's more than welcome to sort of commentate alongside me as I play through Spyro on PlayStation 1. And then probably play Spyro the remastered collection. Probably on PS4 because, you know, Spyro was on PlayStation. So why play it on like the Nintendo Switch or the, you know, the Xbox One of all consoles, when you can just play it on the console it was supposed to be made for? And you get a splatter. Oh yeah. Did you guys know that? I think I might have covered it in the past in previous episodes, but you can actually You splatter the brutes. Well, not just the brutes, but splatter all enemies using the forklifts on this stage, and it classifies as a splatter. Though I don't think it actually counts as killing enemies with a vehicle, though, as baloney as that sounds. The game's like very stingy with that, but it's a splatter nonetheless, so you can actually get like the splatter sprees and all that just by killing people with the forklift. And possibly even the remnants of the forklift, but that's a bit more difficult to do. You have to rely on the physics just like going crazy or whatever.
Double kill.
Anyway.
Reinforcements.
Reinforcements. So this is the penultimate wave of set 2, round 2. And we're just going to keep going here. We've been playing for 13 minutes. So expect to take us, you know, 2 times the amount of time to get through this. I don't know if I'm going to upload this as a single video or not. But it is what it is, whatever the case actually might be. So, other video ideas I have, if you're wondering right now, is possibly another session of Scavenger SV4, because that game's had probably 2 or 3 patches since the last time I played it. So it would be nice to, you know, play that game again, and just test out some of the new patches. Oops, hold on, let me just get out of the way. Okay, that's a little bit weird. I must have right-clicked something, and somehow it's glitched on my Elgato, and it's like McAfee or something. It's like, oh yeah, like you want to open it, or you want to check for updates, or you know, buy a fucking subscription. And it's like, no, I just wanted to close the goddamn application down. I'm obviously not going to try and close it during the recording, because if it glitches the recording out, I'm not going to be very happy about that.
Reinforcements.
So I'll have to replay 14 minutes of gameplay again, because the capture fucked up because I tried to close the program. Anyway, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. The argument I wanted to go on was video ideas, and right now at least the video ideas I have are including but not limited to Scavenger SV4, as I said, and there's also 2 math games I got, something like Math Speed Challenge and Math Problem Challenge or something. The whole idea is it's supposed to test your mental math skills, and because I actually finished my 2nd year of university at the time of this recording, in terms of exams. So remember at the end of April I said there was exams in May that I had to do. At the time of this recording, all of those exams are now done and dusted, which is good for me. So essentially I can say that I've completed my 2nd year of university doing fucking physics of all subject matters. So you kind of have to be pretty good with maths. So it would be sort of a joke to see how good or bad I do, you know, with these sort of mental maths problems. And honestly, something I might see myself doing is saying, like, I don't know, an answer's 7 or something, but it's really 13 or whatever. It's going to be some stupidness like that. I get the answer completely wrong, and it's just like, why the hell would you say that? Or it'd be even more of a joke if I actually get a question outright wrong, you know. I don't know, it'd be more like a joke sort of thing, a comedy style video maybe. Or just a game where I review like these 2 math games I got on Steam for like 50, 60 pence or something. Anyway, that's something I wanted to do as well, but the game didn't release when it was supposed to release. Let's just say that much. But now exams are over, I might actually get around to doing that. Who knows? Alright, this is the last round of set 2. I know, yes, it's the last wave of set 2. Because we're about to move on to set 3. Hold on, I need to move this guy. There we go. Move that guy into the corner. Elite. Just walk it up the doorway. Just totally walk it up the doorway. Don't. You shall not pass. You shall not pass. You shall not pass. Just walk it up the doorway. You shall not pass. Killionaire for 38,000 points, but still you're not going to pass. I said so. Oh no, there's a guy in there attacking the guy. And there's more of them. You gotta love it when the elites try and friendly fire, or the enemies in general just like friendly fire themselves. That's always pretty funny, that is. Damn, look at all the explosions. Look at all the shit going on right now, dude. There's so much going on. This is just absolute insanity, dude. It really is. Look at this insanity, dude. Absolute n.sanity. Get it? Crash Bandicoot reference, insanity. No, no one's gonna get that. Ass, do you mind? Do you mind not trying to sneak through the back door? Oh, look at that. It's like concussion blasted the corpse or something. Trying to sword me up? I'll rocket your face, you ass. Ah. Instant chaos death. Yeah, you try and go through the only facility, you get rocketed. Literally. Oh, and if you look at the bottom right now, we have just reached 1 million points. So you would have done 2 sets of this game mode, and you would have received your achievement for completing 1 million points. Which I think is like 75 gamer score if you're actually able to do it. Hence why this, you know, mode's called like 1000000, because it's just like points galore. What happened there? You saw that I fired my rocket launcher and the rocket didn't come out. 1000000, because it's just like points galore. What happened there? You saw that I fired my rocket launcher and the rocket didn't come out. Right, mate. Yeah, you want mate? Yeah, you want mate? I'm pretty sure if you just like have one of them look at the other, they eventually like say something. But I don't think I'm gonna stand around and wait for that to happen. There's an ordnance drop here with a sniper rifle. All the ordnance drops I've checked ever since I got the rocket launcher, it's just included a sniper rifle. Admittedly, I haven't really checked that much of the weapon drops, but still, it's bad when most of them are just sniper rifles and that's it. Maybe the game knows I like being the sniper, but then with enemies like this, being the sniper is really not the best thing to do, when you can just blast them with a rocket and that's the end of it for them. Yeah, that's one thing you might be noticing as well. Every time I jump up high into the air, you see that it says, you know, get back in bounds, otherwise you're gonna end up getting killed. And that's probably because the jump modifier is set so high. It's either the jump modifier or the movement modifier is so high that it causes you to jump like you're on the moon, or jump like you're in space or something, so you get clipped like on the upper boundary of the level or whatever. So it's like, you gotta get back in bounds of the level, and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I'm actually intentionally staying up there for the duration of the entire match. Which reminds me of a good spot I usually like to camp in on Glacier, where it's like, it says you're out of bounds, but then if you're in the picture perfect spot, it says you're okay. But you don't get really good coverage of Glacier when you do that, so that's where it's sort of not the best thing to do that, if that makes sense. So it's like you climb up the building actually, and you camp in like one spot near the top, and oh, you got an inconceivable, which is to kill I think 500 enemies, is it, without dying. So yeah, you can get the unfriggin' believable as well, where you get like 1,000 enemy kills without dying, but that's a bit insane. But now we get another bonus round, right? A bonus wave.
Bonus round. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. You're gonna need it, because you're gonna get molested by the elites. Yes, look at this. Look, we gotta harass their asses, look. Just gotta harass them. Or rather, hey, guy, what do you think you're doing to the mate? You're not supposed to do that. That is an illegal move, and because you're cheating in this game, you need to be exterminated. Exterminated by rocket launcher to the body, or face, or wherever.
Double kill.
Damn. I can't believe I'm not even hitting the doorway. It's just hitting like the railing or something. Like if that was realistic, then that railing would be completely demolished by now. Like completely demolished because of the amount of rocketry which is just getting just bombarded into it. It must be made of the same stuff that Thor's hammer's made of or something. Really, really powerful. Shizazzle. Zazzle. Damn. See, this is what I like about these bonus waves. You just like, it's quick and instant death. It looks like I stuck him, but the stick didn't even kill him. Damn, it's just elite death. Bunch of elite corpses. Oh my days, look how many away here. Spam the fire button in good old 10 frames per second glory. Yes, good old 10 frames per second. Alright, there we go. See, the game actually starts to work after the bonus round, believe it or not. Alright, we are at 1.5 million points, and this is, thankfully, believe it or not, our last set to do. Yes, we are in the home stretch of this. I'll take that. Last set of this weekly challenge completion video, or montage, or whatever I decide to do with this whole video. Now, I have got a Spartan laser, but there's no guarantee that I'm actually going to use it, because your aim needs to be pretty much dead on for you to murder any enemies. So you just need to be really careful. Like this guy, for instance. You see, it's like all the laser needs to be focused on him. You can't have like a partial hit, otherwise it's not going to count. So this is sort of my ideal loadout for firefights, online at least. Arcade fights or whatever, I would usually love to go as, you know, rocket launcher with a Spartan laser at the end. Purely because, I might have mentioned this in the past, but Spartan laser because you can get the sprees, plus it's a pretty OP weapon to use. And rocket launcher because you can just get that area of effect damage, which helps with multi-kills.
Double kill.
So it's a mix between getting sprees and getting multi-kills, really. That's sort of my argument. However, I do usually go as the sniper loadout. Or normally, at least, I go as a sniper. And then possibly, if I'm going on a good run, it would just be a, you know, changing a rocket and Spartan laser
reinforced
for the sniper. So basically get rid of the sniper and the pistol, I think it would be, with the Spartan laser and rocket launcher.
remaining.
That's my ideal loadout, at least. You can think it's terrible if you really want to. You know, some people might go with the fuel rod gun more than the rocket launcher because you get more ammo, but in my case the fuel rod cannon's a little bit more awkward to use because there's this problem with it. Oh, where's it gone? Are you kidding me? They despawned the gunners. I was going to show you what I mean by it. It's basically like if you fire it, there's a bit of a delay, if you can see that. So if I fire it here, it sort of reflects off the surface, so your aim and your timing has to be perfect to use it, otherwise you end up just, it bounces off of wherever you're aiming, and then it might be bad. Whereas with the rocket launcher, it's just you fire it at where you want to fire it at, and bang, that's it. Though you get less ammo for it. I don't know, some people out there might say the fuel rod cannon's actually got more skill to using it. And I wouldn't disagree with that. I would say it's a bit more skillful to use than the rocket launcher. But with a rocket launcher though, you get less ammo for it, so if you can pull off good multi-kills, then that's probably worth it more so than using the fuel rod gun. Either way, it is what it is. People are going to have their opinions, and what I say in these videos aren't really going to do much to change people's mindsets about certain things. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. People are people at the end of the day. There's a guy coming up. Is there a guy? There's the guy. There's the guy. Anybody else? Brute! I say rocket launcher him up. Oh wait, look at that. Look at that pushback. That recoil of pushback. And that reminds me of times me and my brother did this in the past. We tried to do it. And we set it to 4 sets. At the beginning I said don't set it to 4 sets. And when we did it, it's like, oh, it didn't give us the challenge because we were supposed to set it to 5 sets, and it's just basically the way the game works. It stops you from progressing onto the 5th set. Because that's really what it should have said, is that you have to progress to the 5th set, as opposed to just beating the 4th set. Because you might think, oh yeah, just set it to 4 sets and you'll be fine, but unfortunately that's not the case. It's, you have to surpass the 4th set and go into the 5th set for the challenge to be completed. Now, you might be wondering, well, why don't you just pause the game now and check? Well, I don't really want to interrupt the gameplay per se to check if there's a challenge that's still active, because on the balance of probability it is still active. It's just the time that I'm recording this, there could be the opportunity that it's the weekly reset of challenges, and that would be pretty painful, to be honest, if I do this and it's like, yeah, they've actually just gone ahead and changed the challenges while you're playing the game, and it's obviously not going to count now. So that's just terrible if that happens, obviously.
Double kill.
But
Reinforcement.
it is what it is at the end of the day, and hopefully I can get this weekly challenge done. And with the weekly challenge, I'll be progressing into the Field Marshal ranking, which I don't know if I've actually mentioned this yet, but the Field Marshal ranking is the rank that I got to on my old Xbox account. Basically, I had my old Xbox account when I was playing Xbox initially. Back in the days when I played Halo Reach a hell of a lot back, when I played Halo 3 at the tail end of Halo 3's popularity. And that's something that I had, you know, old Xbox accounts. Unfortunately for me, I forgot the password to the email that I was using for that account. And essentially there was no way for me to gain access to that account because I didn't buy anything. You know, I had no information associated with that account. It's very difficult for me to prove that it was my account. So essentially I created the account that I have now, which I've been using since about 2012. And I've essentially had to do all of my progress over, except with this account I've gone above and beyond, you know, with other games. But unfortunately for something like Halo 3 on the Xbox 360, that's going to be something where the online stuff's going to be really difficult to do, because who's going to be playing the Halo 3, you know, online, and then it has to be the ranked online to get the lieutenant ranking, and it's just like, it sounds, and most likely is, more hassle than it's worth. So I would rather not have to deal with it rather than, you know, have to deal with it, sort of thing.
Last enemy.
The last guy is down here. I'm gonna blast you. Oh, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? I know what time it is. It's bonus round time, and then we'll have our weekly challenge done and dusted.
Iron.
So if you see that, I've actually got the love hearts of on my account, over my character. I don't know if it does it normally or not, but it was definitely showing up there. Look, you see that? So yeah, I have love hearts instead of the Grunt's birthday party effect. Oh, there's a sword guy. Damn, imagine how bad this would be if you weren't invincible. Like the amount of death that would be just in shoes. So yeah, you might so you might have like full over shields and that, you know, extra damage and all that, but then you could die. Like how bad would that be? Because that'd be insanity in my opinion. There's no way you'd be able to go like right up to a guy and just like rocket them up without like seriously hurting yourself. Then you just got a bunch of elites with heavy weapons and all that, and it's just absolute craziness. Just mash that button, mash, 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 mash all the time.
Kill him in the jar.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, the I'm calling a bitch. We've only got another 40 seconds, 33 seconds to hold out, mate. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is just hold out for another 25 seconds, man. All you gotta do. And then we can walk out of here with our 30,000 credits and spend it on whatever. But I'll be a field marshal, hopefully, in 15 seconds time. More like in 10 seconds time. Come on, mate, you've got this. Don't let the guy with the sword just swoop on in and murder your ass at the last second. And they're dead. Hell yeah. You want, mate?
Round over.
Oh, come on, I have the tenacity to throw a drop pod on us.
Weapon drop.
And it's elite. I'll kill them anyway.
Kill.
Yes, 30,000 credits. Yes, 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 yes. And if you pause the game, look, Field Marshal. Yes, yes. I have gotten the Endure the Return Weekly Challenge. Therefore, I am a Field Marshal. End the game there. I get a bonus 258 credits just for playing the game for probably 28 minutes straight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, or probably 38 minutes actually, but yes, we got Endure the Return, and I myself right now am a Field Marshal. Yes, this is the rank that I got to on my old account. However, I was about halfway through the ranking, so I've got another 400,000 credits or something to earn to reach the points that I got to on my old account. But yeah, that is pretty awesome that I managed to reach the Field Marshal ranking. So thank you for watching this special episode, if you will, of Halo Reach Firefight. I am 85,000G, and see you next time for whatever it is I decide to do. Have a great day. See you later.